Hi, this is Lori,
This is Peter.
and we're with Heroes Character Rental Services. Gonna review a new movie this week. We got some guests. We got Hamilton.
Hey,
And
I'm Aaron.
Aaron. I gotta get used to your name, Aaron. So, welcome, you guys. Good to see you.
Thank you.
We're gonna be reviewing
Us.
Us.
it's a movie about us.
It's about
and us.
finally.
But it's not. But it's not us. But it's about us.
Yeah, it's about us,
And-
but it's not actually us.
And
By us,
it's
for us,
By us
it's
and
us.
for us, and it's us. But Aaron, interesting enough, it's hard for me to say. He has his own podcast. So whenever you get a chance, we want you to go look at.
Check
Aaron.
out what your
The real Aaron Collins.
Oh, another
real-
Collins. Hey.
All right.
All right. It's like, well, damn. How did that happen?
I don't know. It's synchronicity coming.
Oh, that's
happening
crazy,
here
man.
tonight.
Okay.
Is that a real word? Synchronicity?
Yes.
Synchronicity.
Go look
Okay,
it up.
so the movie Us, starring Lupita Nyong'o, Winston Duke, and Elizabeth Moss
Yes. And
from *Handmaid's Tale*. In case you guys didn't know, I think I'm the only one here who probably watches
Yeah,
that. But anyway,
I didn't know that.
But let's go. It's the latest movie by writer-director Jordan Peele, follow-up to Get Out. So, who wants to go
writer,
first?
director, and producer.
And producer.
I just want to say I think we're all on the same page. I'm really excited to talk about Jordan Peele and Us. I mean, this film is excellent in my opinion. And, after seeing it twice, I feel like I can honestly say it's at least as good as Get Out. I kind of like Get Out a little more, maybe, but I think this film is excellent in its own way.
Well, see me, I like Get Out a lot more.
Yeah, okay.
Me too.
You know what?
Yeah.
That's kind of what I mean. I'm a fan of Get Out, and that whole experience was something exceptional when I saw it. But yeah, this film is. Let's get into it. Let's talk about it.
And I'm listening to the dog because she's going nuts right now.
She wants to talk about the film, too.
Yeah.
The symbolism in Get Out was a little bit more.
You guys go ahead. I'll be
more
right back.
direct and in your face than it was with Us. I mean, Us. It was a good film, but I'm with you guys. I liked Get Out a lot more. And also, one thing I wanted to note is that Lupita Nyong'o and Winston Duke were also both stars in Black Panther.
Yeah. Now, one thing that I saw in the movie, I saw a up and coming Alfred Hitchcock.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, and I thought it was very Alfred Hitchcocky in the way it told its story. It was somewhat like The Birds in the way of the telling of the story, where you had a lot of layers in the movie, where there was an upfront layer, but then there was other layers that you could see that meant this, that meant that meant the other. I didn't think that it had the conclusion that was in your face. And I think we as moviegoers, we wanted to see. And it did leave a lot of questions. Again, somewhat like The Birds. There was a lot of questions after the movie. There was a upfront conclusion, but then what about this? What about that? What about we didn't see some of the answers we wanted to see.
I guess we should definitely talk about the plot, being that some of the viewers may not have seen the film yet. Us is basically a story about a family of four, a father, mother, girl and boy family, and they're traveling.
They're going to their summer home
to
actually,
their
for
summer home,
vacation,
exactly.
and there they encounter another family that looks just like them. They're doppelgangers. And this is also the background of it. The mother of this family had a traumatic experience when she was younger of seeing her double in a what do they call it? Like a little horror maze, a house of mirrors,
Yeah.
right?
House of Mirrors,
Right.
And with that, I looked at the movie. What I took out of it, the movie focuses on dualities.
Right.
Because we all have two sides to us. We have
Right.
a dark side and we have a good side. And I think that's what I took out of it and focus on that. I think Jordan Peele did an excellent job with that. And like Peter was just saying, that Jordan Peele, he has a very Alfred Hitchcockian type of way of doing things. I mean, I'm really proud of Jordan. He's come a long way since Key and Peele. And when he did Get Out, that by itself, that film was like, whoa, this is a whole different way, a different new way of breaking down white supremacy.
Right.
And the symbolism that was in there, he put, like, in that one, he basically metaphorically spoke in the things that they're psychologically doing.
Oh, sure.
He put it up there. Oh, okay, with like with the body snatching and stuff like that, the brain and all that. But getting back on topic, us basically dealt with dualities.
Right. Yeah, because I saw it as, in some ways, that we all do good things. Like you said, we all do good things. We all do bad things, and there's consequences. When you saw the little boy, both little boys. Well, and this is kind of a spoiler. So.
Hold your ears.
So when you saw the little boy, the one that was from the family that we would see during the day, and he did a lot of that, day and night. This happened at night, this happens during the day. Kind of almost like the biblical sense where it would always say, anything done in the dark will be brought to light. Well, when he was trying to do his magic trick with that lighter that wouldn't light, a lot of times where he was always down here with the lighter. Well, when you saw the other little boy who had that mask on, when he pulled it up, his face down here was burnt.
Exactly.
So had he lit that lighter, would it have exploded and made his, or had his face be burnt down here? So that was a bad decision he was making.
Right.
By doing that. We also, I recently saw this thing about Steve Harvey, where they were saying, he's on his third marriage, so why are we taking advice from this guy? And I remember I wrote,
Take it, Steve. Never mind.
Well, so many
take advice from
times.
Steve Harvey at all.
Yeah. So many times. We don't take our own advice.
Got it.
Right.
We can give good advice to people, and if they follow that advice, they will do well. But how many times do we take our own advice?
Right.
A lot of times we don't.
Third marriage? Steve
He's
Harvey's
on
on
his
his
third
third marriage?
That's what it said on the side. I actually thought it was the second, but I don't keep up with that stuff.
Yeah, I'm not keeping up with Steve Harvey.
Yeah.
Since I had to walk away, I wanted to chime in. I enjoyed the movie. I thought it was good. I didn't think it was as great as Get Out. I also felt I went in with more expectation going in because, it's like, you're excited for this new filmmaker who kind of blew you away the last time. And there was a lot of hype going in from people who had seen screenings that I'd heard and that it was great and things like that. But I thought it was good. I think even going back a second time and looking at it, like disregarding the hype, I still don't think it's quite as good as Get Out. Now, what I got from it, and you guys go with the duality premise, my biggest thing is I thought it was about duality about America. It's about there being two Americas.
Yeah,
that we have, we have this affluent side and we have it's a class, they're very much a class, about the class system in America, I think.
Right.
And particularly because this phenomenon of the doppelgangers only took place in America. There's a lot of little references to it. And there's a point that, where Lupita Nyong'o's character, when she asked her evil doppelganger, who are you? She says, we're Americans. So I think he's really making a comment about how we treat each other. And there's this ugly side. There's this idealistic side to America that we like to project and praise and say how great we are. But there's this dark, nasty, ugly side that I really think in the last few years has come up, really come to the fore. And it's like facing that is important. And it's like facing your dark side, your negative side too is important. And you were saying the same things, like learning from that.
Right.
And so I just thought he was also commenting nationwide, making a political commentary.
One thing I wanted to point out too is that their friends, the white friends,
Oh my gosh.
had actually twin daughters. So So something else. It's something about doubles. The twinning of society as we speak.
That's a very Hitchcock thing too, because I think the movie Vertigo has a lot of things
just
about
like the guy held up the sign 11:11.
So
they're both
read that Bible
1-1. And then the time on the clock.
There's if I'm seeing this the second time, the baseball game that's on in the background, they say the score is tied at 11-11.
Right.
I don't know if you caught that.
I noticed this one. I haven't heard anyone mention the black flag. You see black flag T-shirts.
Oh, okay. You want the guy at the
twin
amusement park doing the game.
The twins.
Yeah.
That's
I didn't realize. I didn't notice that.
Well.
One of the twins that had it on too.
Yeah.
I noticed the Jaws T-shirt the youngest boy had on. Because, and they're going to the beach, and it did feel a lot. He was like, okay, he did watch a lot of Jaws.
Right.
He did kind of like but not that he was trying to emulate that movie. Really, I didn't get that.
Yeah. I was going to add, Laurie, to what you were saying, that I like the fact that Jordan Peele didn't really make this film about any one particular group in America. Like you said, I think he was just talking about Americans and America in general, because like you didn't see any like "Make America Great Again" hats
Right. It wasn't. Yeah, it's. I think he's talking about all Americans because they're going to their summer house. This family's going to their summer house, so they're doing well for themselves. But I did notice. If you notice, the white family, their summer house was a lot nicer. Their car was a lot. Their boat was a lot. And there's another classism, like even where race is concerned, is like you can be an affluent black family, but probably an equivalent affluent white family is just they're more extravagant. And I did want to say, it's like you can't move next to Handmaid's Tale and shit not go down. You guys, you can't move next to.
I wanted to mention this too. If you notice that, the thing that I also wanted to mention, I noticed that when the white family got murdered by their doppelgangers, and I forget what Winston Duke's character, they wanted to say, well, hey, we got everything right here. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, let's look at this scenario here.
Okay.
You're a bunch of live, living black people in a house full of dead white people.
I was thinking the same thing.
How exactly is that going to play out?
You better get out.
See,
now it becomes get out.
Peter Nyong'o had a very good idea. We need to get the hell up out of here.
Yeah. Right.
And he's like wanting to sit there.
No, everything's taken.
Everything's fine.
But he was very naive kind of character. I love this character because you don't see that black male portrayed in movies too often.
That's
He was kind of corny,
that's
nerdy.
True.
He was too docile, though.
He was too docile. But I kind of love that character because you just don't see it.
Well, this is one character.
But you know what I do want to get at, and when the white family attacks. Oh, I'm giving away stuff. The attack at the white family's house, and what I've always Jordan Peele gave me what I want to see of how black people react in a movie. Is like, you can't sneak up on a black person and not.
Exactly.
Because it's like immediately they jump out and it's like, wham. I love that because, you always got to be ready for something to go down. It's like, you got to, you instant react. That's just what you do. You react first and then figure out what was going on.
Right.
So I love seeing that. They all like reacted like that.
Right.
Yeah. They all scared. I mean, the way, but it was just too docile. I mean, this is just.
I get you,
This is this one time, we need to see M'Baku again.
Okay. Well, you see, gave you M'Baku and Black Panther, so it's nice to see him.
But the thing is, I have come across black men married with a family who were that docile.
Yeah.
And to me, it was just kind of like, it was in a way, it was infuriating because that's not me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just, oh no, you need to,
Yeah.
But Gabe took care of his business, though.
Well,
He took care of his business.
But these people really exist, though.
He did, but it was in somewhat a comical way.
Yeah, but that's his
But also
personality.
it was like exactly his personality,
That's
because
just-
I thought
yeah.
like when with the flare gun, any one of us, we'd shot the dude. we'd have got him.
Right.
He doesn't know that,
Right.
which actually is a good thing.
Yeah, I think it's playing
mm.
against certain stereotypes that you
Exactly.
see in movies, and that's why he created that character and wanted to portray that character.
Yeah.
Same with the young boy. I thought being the survivor at the end, sort of. Like, I'm not giving a shit away, but kind of his mom finding him at the end. And I thought that's a powerful symbol. As like you have to protect young black males. They're not this, this hostile, element that they're projected onto me and stuff. And seeing that, I think it's going to go a long way for.
One of the things that I thought was kind of neat, and going back to the thing of not taking our own advice. Remember when the little girl they were at the breakfast table, I believe it was, and the mom and dad, they've started talking about, she said she doesn't want to run track anymore. Mm-hmm. And, they start, no, you got to run, well, what is there to do now? The Olympics, and she's like, I don't want to run. I want to drive a car, because you can do anything you want. Okay, I want to learn to drive the car.
Right.
And she goes, no, well, that's what I want. Mm-hmm. No, you can't. You're gonna run track. Well, you know what? When this happens, when that, you can run.
Right.
Do the thing that's hard. It's like, well, what are you talking? But what happens when the other mother, the doppelganger mother, comes in, and she looks at the little girl and she says, "Run," and the little girl has to get up and run.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like when your parents said run, you didn't want to run.
Right.
When this scary lady comes in here and says run,
But it's like run for your life. You know?
yeah.
Y'all, I wanna definitely mention this. One of the things I also really like about Jordan Peele is there's that interactive aspect of seeing his movies in the theater and the audience reaction. Mm-hmm. And I mean, this is like a horror film, so I mean, seeing people's reactions to this film is also really a part of the fun of it. Like I would say people should go to the theater and see this movie.
It's a great movie for a second view because number one, you'll pick up on a lot of things that he laid out that you might not have picked up on the first view, and then you won't get pissed off if somebody's reacting.
Right.
It'll just be funny because it is.
Yeah. Right.
I've heard that he paced it so that he can hold for people to react to certain things. That's what I don't know if that's true or not, but
it seems like it. It seems like they
he knew his audience.
Yeah.
Well, that's the one thing that I actually really liked, because normally when I go to a movie, I want everybody to be quiet, let the movie entertain me.
Exactly, that's true.
But with this, I do think he did pace it,
right?
Because
there were parts I was like,
a lot of times,
the car.
one thing that is said, and then if somebody's talking over. The answer or something else is being said right after.
Right.
He did not do that.
Right.
He left a blank there so that then the reaction could happen within the theater.
Audience reaction, yeah.
The audience reaction, and then the movie goes, okay, now we're going forward.
This is where it's going. This is the next thing.
And it wasn't in your face saying, okay, now we have to wait for them. It was just
it's a good movie for that. Yeah,
of the movie.
Right.
And then I really enjoyed the reaction from the audience because I mean, especially
you saw it with the your friends at the cinema.
I went back because I was invited by people at the cinema to come back, and we watched it now in the most expensive theater, the XD theater, and we went, and people were losing their minds, and we were in there cracking up laughing. It was
Right.
so funny.
Right. That adds another dimension to the whole experience.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
But-
I really, really I enjoyed it the second time because I was really enjoying the audience.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I did.
reaction.
I was laughing at I wouldn't have laughed at the first time. I think I would have been. So
I think this film definitely rewards second viewing and maybe third viewings. You know.
yeah, I think it's something you can watch over and over again and probably pick up little things going along. So.
I will probably. I'm not necessarily in a hurry to go see it a second time, but I wouldn't rule it out either.
Okay. Yeah, I think we've all seen it a second time.
Yeah, I've seen it 3 times.
Oh, you've seen it
Yeah.
three.
Yeah.
The reason I'm saying it, you know, rewards second viewings is the way that they paced everything,
Right.
the way they edited it. If you see it more than once, you'll pick up the stuff you might have missed the first time, or at least I did, I should say.
I'm glad to see that Lupita Nyong'o she's starting to branch out into
Right.
more regular
You
type
know-
of roles. She's not being utilized as the African woman or the voiceover. I mean, even though she is an African, she's actually born in Mexico,
Oh, I didn't know
but
that.
she has dual citizenship. She's a Kenyan immigrant.
Yeah, yeah.
But she's playing regular roles.
You know,
I mean,
she's won like after 12 Years a Slave, and she wins
Yeah.
the award for that. I would have expected her. They would never
Yeah.
use her again.
yeah,
You know, so I'm really happy to see her career
Yeah.
taking off. She's got a
Me too.
lead in a hit movie, and you know,
She
and
was the
just-
voiceover in the
in
Jungle Book.
Oh, in Jungle Book. She's
yeah,
in Star Wars.
Star Wars as a voice. Yep.
I want to see, you know, after watching this, shoot, I want to see her as a real person in Star Wars, kicking some ass.
Right.
It's like, what's
true.
this little CGI character? No.
Right.
That
Right,
missed
that's
out
true.
and lost opportunity there.
That's true. So how do we wrap
Any
this
final
up? You guys?
any final thoughts? We'll wrap this up. Go see us.
Yeah, definitely. go
Definitely
see
worth
us.
it seeing in the
Yeah.
theater. Tell us what
Not
you-
us. You're seeing
Yeah.
us
You're
right
seeing
now.
Yeah, not us.
Go
but
see
The
them.
movie Us.
Us.
Yeah.
And-
No, not them. That was about the ants.
Yeah, no, not that movie.
Not
Us.
that movie. We want
Go
to see
see
us.
Oh,
U.S. Us.
Jordan Peele's Us.
Yeah.
There you
yeah,
go.
there you go.
All
Jordan
right.
Peele's us.
And we out.
We
All
out.
right.
We out.